With the upcoming release of the Next Doors update sometime this summer, we have been teased a bunch of new items and item skins that are going to be implemented. Now, although I have covered every single new item and item skin in previous videos, I want to take this one to create a concise list summarizing every single one. Today, we'll be going over, as I've stated, every single item skin and item tease to be coming in the Next Doors update, as well as explaining all the information we know about them so far, such as how they will function and how they will be obtained. Keep in mind though that although some of the information in this video is confirmed, a lot of it is speculative and derived from context clues in the sneak peeks, as well as the general nature of the items themselves, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Anyways, we have got a lot to discuss today with all of the new items and item skins revealed to us. So with all of that being said, let's begin. Alright, so the very first new item teased to us is Stardust. This is less of a usable item and more of a currency that can be found throughout the game, similar to gold. And its only known purpose is to allow for the creation of elevators to subfloors in the lobby. As the developers had confirmed previously, this currency is primarily meant to be obtained through purchasing it via Robux, which makes sense, as the developers need to make a living somehow. However, there is a way for it to be obtained for free by players who don't have Robux. Based on the initial teaser revealing this new currency, it can extremely rarely be found in the back door. However, I believe it may also be able to be spawned in subfloors as well. I also theorized that in addition to being able to be used to create subfloor elevators in the lobby, Stardust would also be able to be used to purchase rarer and more sought-after item skins in addition to knobs. As we know, it's likely an area of the shop will be dedicated to allowing players to purchase those cosmetics, and Stardust could be a good currency to do that with. Moving on, the next item teased to us was the glass key. Little is known about this item currently, as its only proof of existence is a single image showcasing it in a player's inventory. However, from it we are able to gain some useful information. For one, the item likely unlocks a new type of lock within the game, perhaps the one seen guarding the new pink leaf item in the outdoor subfloor, but we'll discuss that later. We also know it isn't an item skin for something like the skeleton key, as item skins were confirmed to not alter the appearance of the item they represent's inventory icon. So the glass key is a unique item. I'd also like to mention that in a later teaser, a red version of the glass key, featuring different placed stripes and a metal exterior, contrasting to the blue glass key's gold and wooden exterior, was also teased. So it's possible the red glass key could be an item skin for this blue one. Besides the possibility of being used in the outdoor subfloor though, the glass key's true purpose remains a mystery to this day. Next up though, the following teaser we received revealed that a lantern item is coming. We know this isn't a skin for another light source like the flashlight, as the player has unique animations when holding and utilizing it. Although little is known about the lantern right now, it is theorized to function like a lantern in real life, where instead of projecting light in a directed beam like a flashlight, it would instead project light in a large radius around the item itself. Given how a teaser depicts it in the outdoor subfloor, as well as the prevalence of lanterns as decorations in said subfloor, it is theorized this item can be found there. As for how useful its functionality is, that really depends on the stats of the item. There really isn't a whole lot of difference between the lantern and any other light source if it doesn't in fact function like how I stated, as keep in mind that is just speculation. However, if the item does have an extremely long duration or a very good light output, then it may be worth investing in. Still, way too little is known about the lantern right now to concisely draw a conclusion about it. Moving on, the next item revealed to us is the pink leaf. This is an item found exclusively in the outdoor subfloor, and based on teasers, it will be hidden behind a locked door, theorized to be able to be opened by the glass key potentially. This item is believed to buff pre-existing items in the game, evident by how a pink leaf status effect can be seen on the bulk light icon in this teaser. Although this is a theory, it may also explain this peculiar version of the crucifix teased to us very early on, showcasing a pink-colored crucifix covered in flowers. Given how both both the pink crucifix and the pink leaf share the same color and are related to nature, it's possible they could be related to each other directly. However, given how the pink crucifix seems to fit well as an item skin as well, given how it's just a remodel of the standard crucifix, it's also possible that it is just a normal item skin and not a buffed version of the crucifix. Still, either theory is just as likely as the other, so I guess we'll have to wait until the update does officially release to finally have an answer to this mysterious conundrum. Now, before we get into item skins, the last unique item I'd like to discuss is the compass. Just like the glass key, we know this is a unique item given how it has a unique inventory icon. Yet, unlike the glass key, we barely know anything about it at all. If I had to guess, it may function like a weaker version of the scanner. In case you forgot, the scanner is a now removed item that would highlight the location of essential items in the game, such as room keys and library books. The compass may work the same, where instead of highlighting the location of those items directly, it instead just point you in the direction of them. This would be insanely useful, as that way it would not only utilize the design of the compass, but it would actually help you in those rooms where you need a scavenger hunt for different items. However, that is completely 100% speculation, as we genuinely don't know anything about this item other than its appearance. Even if it did have this mechanic, it would probably be quite rare, so just keep that in mind, as it would have to be balanced with its functionality. Anyways, those were all of the new items coming in the next update. Now, let's go over the new item skins coming, not including the red glass key and pink flower crucifix, as I had already discussed those. Just as a reminder, an item skin isn't a unique item. However, it is a different appearance for an item pre-existing in the game, so it would function exactly like other items in the game. They don't have unique mechanics. Anyways, the first item skin I want to go over is the blood bag. This skin was found in the same teaser as the one showcasing the red glass key skin, and it is believed to be a skin for one of the healing items in the game, as blood bags in fact heal people in real life. In total, there are 3 main healing items indoors, those being bread, cheese, and smoothies. The blood bag skin could equally represent all of those items, but my money is on the smoothie, as both are liquids. There's also the possibility of the blood bag being a completely unique item still on the table, but given the overwhelming amount of different healing items already in the game, I don't see that as being a possibility, as there isn't another one needed. Hence why I believe the blood bag will be an item skin rather than a completely unique item. Lastly though, the final new item skin coming in the next update is this one for the bulk light. I'm not entirely sure what to call it, but it appears to be a makeshift flashlight crafted out of cardboard and batteries. It even has a little antenna at its top. How neat. Based on the teaser video it's from, this makeshift bulk light emits a green-colored light rather than the standard white one, which I guess is pretty cool. Other than that though, there isn't too much else going on with this skin. Anyways, that about sums up this entire video. In total, at least 5 new items are going to be implemented in this next update, as well as 4 item skins. Keep in mind though, that some of those item skins may be unique items or just buffed versions of pre-existing items. So, with all of that being said, let me know in the comments which item or item skins was your favorite in this list, as well as your theories about how some of the more mysterious ones would function, such as the pink-colored crucifix or the compass. And thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.